studio here. I'm going to do a reveal of basically book from the 1600s, and I feel like it's in pretty good condition, and so I'm really wanting to just kind of highlight this book. I think it's pretty cool. Let me open up my thing here, turn down my speaker. Okay. All right, so this is a book, Finch Law book. I'm going to explain what that is in case anybody doesn't know. I'm trying to be very careful with it because it is a absolute timepiece. This, as you can see, printing from 1627. So this book is literally almost 400 years old. Okay, turn that there. So I'm going to show you, so basically what the Finch Law book is in this particular one, it is one of the few attempts that have been made to reduce the common law into system definitions. So most of the valuable parts of this Law Finch book are incorporated into Blackstone's commentaries. So Blackstone commentaries are used in our legal system today. So I just thought this was a really quite a gem of a find, and so I have to be really careful with it. Okay, and so it's all whoo. So I have something. So this is, I don't know if people are familiar with Magna Carta, but like our law it came basically from the Bible. When the law and the courts of America first started, there was already courts in this land that came down from Britain, and the common law and the crown and their law system, which a lot of it was around the papacy, that was actually the law of our land before America created like the Bill of Rights, the Constitution. We've reformed the government source to include a constitution, balance and check system, no longer a monarchy, and to have basically rules that are, but they used the same principles of this English law, even though it's a new form of government. So and that is basically based on the principles of good and evil. And, this is the principles from this book that the Blackstone commentaries come from. And if you ever read cases in like any federal ruling, or just if you just like read cases, you'll see judges all the time will quote Blackstone commentaries. So this is where the commentaries came from, this particular book from 1627. And so, like, for example, it talks about God set in man, the reasoning or discoursing part to teach what is good or bad, and in either, like, some countries have law, like in the Middle East, pretty commonly known, they have Sharia law based on their biblical book. And so our law is basically, even though it's been pragmatized to, but this was where it originated. I'm just talking about, this is like the beginning, right? But I just thought this was really nice. This is so old. Look at that. I'm probably going to sell this book just because it's so fragile that I really feel like it belongs in a museum. It's not a cheap book. I didn't get it for free, and I'm not going to donate it. But, if I find the right buyer, then I know that's going to preserve this book, because these kinds of books really need to be preserved. So I'm going to try to be really careful in handling of it. See, it's from 1627. Anyways, I have a playlist on my channel. If you go to the home tab and scroll down, I do gaming, I do crochet, I do acrylic pour painting. I just do like random kind of stuff. But my home tab, scroll down, and I have a lot of playlists. I have playlists, I have podcasts. But one of the things that I do have is I have a playlist on historical things, like antiques and historical things. And it's not just books, I love antique cars, and yeah, so I have a lot of different stuff. But anyways, this book here from from 1627. Oh my gosh, look how old it is. Yikes. So yeah, it's got everything. So can you imagine, from this tiny little book, the commentaries of our entire court system are based in principles. Principles means reasoning and analysis of why they come to conclusions, how they got the rules and definitions in every subject of our law. This guy right here. So I feel like this is such a gem of a book. And so I want to be really careful. I don't want to like open it up too much. And I preserve it. I keep it wrapped and preserved. But I really do want to sell it, get it into a museum or something. Like, if something happens to me, I don't know what's going to become of this book. But stuff like this, like, they're gems, man. Anyways, I'm not going to do a whole long live stream here. I just wanted to share this. And, yeah. So, if you're interested in, I do crochet. Like I said, I do crochet tutorials. I do gaming. I do acrylic pour painting, history stuff, random vlogs. I'm a Desert Storm veteran, so I do have, if you know a veteran, I have Gulf War illness stuff on my channel also. And yeah, just check out my channel. Yeah. So anyways, that's going to be it for this one. I just wanted to share this and introduce my antique stuff playlist that's on my channel. I hope y'all have a good one.